Hi y'all, it's Tammy Whynot here. Welcome to Tammy Town. Now, one of the things I've been thinking about recently is how is Tammy going to become an internet sensation? And so I've been studying some of these young ones, and they got some pretty good ideas, you know. And one of the things I was looking at is something called haul videos. What these young ones mean when they say haul is that they go off to the mall and they go do their shopping and then they come home to their bedroom and then they open up their bags and they video what they bought and they let you know what they bought and how they liked it and where they got it. So in case you're interested, you can go get something too. I don't think a lot of us spend a lot of time at the mall these days. And then I thought, well, I'm not so interested that we want to buy a whole lot of stuff these days because we kind of already got a whole lot of stuff. And some of us, as we get older, we're actually trying to get rid of stuff. So I thought, well, what could we actually do? And then I remembered a friend of mine who had this fantastic game, and her name is Heather Axe. And she does this thing where she does a game with her friends, and they sort of sit around and they say, this is what we got. And then they create their evening's entertainment out of the things they have. So I thought, let's do that. I'm going to just reach right over here and grab my handbag. So I'm going to reach in here and I'm going to just probably grab the first thing I can find, and that just happens to be my wallet. Now, I love this wallet. First of all, because it's orange and you can see it in the bottom of a bag, and that's quite important because I used to have, you know, black wallets and black things in my bag, and I spend enough time as it is in my bag. So I need to sort of shortcut that as much as I can. And that's not the only thing, not just because it's orange, because it has this really nice kind of rubber texture that when I reach into the bag, I know exactly what I got my hands on. This is so nice, this texture. It's almost like skin. So when I reach into my handbag, it's almost like I'm holding hands with my wallet. Now let's see, what else have I got? Oh, I have got another pair of glasses. They don't look like Tammy, do they? I don't think so. I don't think they're for me. Now, I went to a play this week, and this play was by Carol Churchill, who is a really good feminist playwright. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of her plays, and this one was quite good. And I think you would like it too, because, well, it's about older people. It's like about people like us. And so there are two things I'm going to tell you about this play that I really liked. One is there's a bunch of women sitting out in a backyard talking, and they talk like we talk. You know how you don't quite finish your sentences? You know how sometimes you just throw out a little phrase? Well, they seem to be talking like that, and it was so satisfying to hear that. And the other thing is the poetry was absolutely beautiful. It was just gorgeous. So I recommend it. It's called Escaped Alone, and it has a little bit of an environmental thing going. It's a little bit about climate change. And so for those of you who have sort of political leaning, you might like this because it talks about that. Let's see, what else do I have? Now I have something I really love. Now, I have a real fascination for things that look like something, but they are really something else. And so in this case, I want to show you my pens. Now see, these are just plain old, ballpoint pens. You get them, in any kind of store. But if you look real close, let me show you this. They're also a knife, a fork, and a spoon. Ain't that great? So the tops of the pens actually are some cutlery, as they say in England. We call it silverware in the United States. And so you can always have a pen to write with, and you can have a fork to eat with in your bag. So I really like that. I keep that with me all the time. Oh, and here's something, my water bottle. Now, I know, we're not supposed to be buying bottled water, so I've started just bringing some water from my tap at home. But you have to find the right water bottle, and I'm telling you why. That is because it'll just leak all over everything. So this is my favorite. It works the best. It's called an Aladdin, just like the genie. And just like the genie, you can open it up and look, it's just like a regular water bottle. You just drink it like this. It's really good. And then you can screw it back on and it stays on and it's tight. And not only that, you can hold it like that. And I just think that's fantastic. One other thing right here. This is my little notebook, and I always keep a little notebook with me because I'm always seeing things and I want to write down, or I'm always got some questions that I want to answer. Or want answered, more questions than answers. I wrote down this question. I thought I'd just share this with you guys, and then maybe we could talk about it next time. And that question is, Why do you think we work so hard? And how can we change that? Now, and I want us to think about that. I don't know why we work so hard. It seems like people are working, 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 working. Even people who are past retirement age are working, 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 working. And I also heard this story about people who are on their deathbeds, who are sort of at the end of their lives. And one of their biggest regrets is that they worked too much in their life. So I'd like us to think about that a little bit. And maybe we'll come back to that in one of our next sections. And then I have one other little thing. Now, I always try to keep something in my bag that makes me feel just a little bit sexy, because as we get older, sex isn't always the first thing on our mind. And sometimes we just need a little bit of a reminder. And this is a tiny little reminder. Don't worry, it's nothing too risque. This is a t-shirt that I love. Now, those of you who know me know that I love Dolly Parton. And Dolly Parton used to call her breasts her weapons of mass distraction. And I just thought that was wonderful. But then I saw this t-shirt and I just had to have it. And I like looking at it. It says that these are my weapons of mass, what does it say? Weapons of mass seduction. So I kind of like that. And I don't always feel like that, but sometimes I do. And so this is a nice reminder. And I think that's just about all I have in this bag, but I will be sharing some other things with you soon. And I'm glad you came along for my This Is What I Got section. And if you have any comments about what you got in your bag, if you want to make a video about what you've got in your bag, or maybe what you've got in your closet, or what you have in your drawers, you do that and you just upload it right here on this site, or you leave me a comment, and we can talk about it, because I love talking about stuff like that. And I love that you came along to visit Tammy. And I love you all. Have a good day. See you soon. Bye. Mwah.